Okay, hi you guys. How are you? Happy new moon in Cancer. This just feels so heavenly. This is such a special, special new moon in Cancer. And welcome home all. So many of you found me. There's so many more subscribers and we're catching up with each other. We're coming back home. We have our homework to do. I just can't describe how wonderful this is. And it just, wow, this energy feels like a true Cancerian energy that you can bask in. It is so sweet and it is so tender. Let me say hello to you guys, okay? Let's see, where are you? Okay. Hello, Rosemary, Marie Sutton. You're sad. Your son started a new job after graduating college last year and he has his degree in finance, sales, insurance. Sad. Okay, get him to work his new moon wishes, okay? Whoops, there goes my timer. That we're starting. Also, let me put this on airplane. Okay. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Carolyn Wade. Yes, happy to be here with you as well. Antoinette's granddaughter. Looking forward to this. Moonchild, Cynthia. Oh, Forest Dwellers. Hello, Just Joy and Charlie C. Sage of Fire. Good to see you. Hi, Beth. Yes. May the blessings of Archangel Zachiel be with you all. You know what? Interesting you mentioned him. I totally was floating in the pool today, and I was just thinking of this big giant energy coming up and hasn't even stood all the way up yet. Hi, Paisley, Virginia, Aaron, Sandy, Nancy has an appointment tomorrow. Let's hope that goes well. Jules, Nancy Lee, Debsy. Hi. Hi, Amanda. Found your channel a few days ago. Pumped to join your live. Happy new moon. I'm a Cancerian, so I am feeling it. Oh, well, we're all in the right place. Robin. Just Joy, did you get a glimpse of the felons presser at The Hague? I saw the news that was coming out. That is very, very exciting. Okay, Carrie, nice to see you guys. Okay, so welcome. Welcome to Quiet Like the Forest, formerly Queen's Tarot. Welcome mods, new subscribers, everyone who is here. You know what? We have not had a new moon in Cancer like this since 2008, when Pluto entered Capricorn and then opposed USA, Sun, Venus, Mercury, and Jupiter, our stellium. And Pluto just really wore down on these things because it was in Capricorn. It was the rise of the plutocrat. It was, where democracy and the family became the enemy. And it became a more and more bold Republican Party global message that, no, we decide, not you. And just really trying to tarnish our nation. That's been about 18 years. In 18 years, we also went through an entire eclipse cycle. It takes the nodes of the moon, or to go from like an entire orbit of all the signs with eclipses, it takes 9 years. But then the nodes switch, and then it's another 9 years. So all of that stuff that's been going on, everything that's manifested, this difficult journey we've had, dealing with these plutocrats and the rise of all of them since, well, that is over. Pluto has left Capricorn. We are done with that eclipse cycle. We are moving into new, beautiful territory. And we're kicking off a 12-year cycle with Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter will be here for a year, and then he will move on to Leo. So it's like this Cancerian new moon with Jupiter feels miraculous. It feels so big. It feels like Venus, love, values, the clarity of who we are, and our families and we as a people, it's like all that stuff gets to finally express as she was meant to be. Meanwhile, a lot has happened. 12 years ago, that was the first Jupiter Cancer cycle that started with Pluto and Capricorn opposing her. The 12-year cycle before that was post 9/11. It was a difficult time. So I'm saying the last time we really had a new moon in Cancer without all this garbage, it was kicking off these 12-year cycles probably 36 years ago. It's been a long time, and it just feels like Cancer is refreshed and she's ready to go. It is such a harmonious energy. So, whoops. Yes, please hit the thumbs up, everyone. Just joy glad I'm alive for it. Yeah, you know what? And Marie, thank goodness. I don't know about you guys, but this has been really freeing. The Pluto opposition has been so hard. I feel like it's kind of that gripping feeling like about your whole being, like almost having like a noose around your aura. And you're not totally free. You are your own self, but it really was grinding down on the sense of who we are, and it really felt like things were falling apart and we were just trying to hold ourselves together. Since Pluto has left with this new moon in Cancer, it is so refreshing because it's like, oh, this is who we are. This is what we do. And that Pluto and Capricorn would, of course, make it so easy for propaganda to work against the nation. But all of that has cleared out. Now, Don Julio, he thrived with Pluto and Capricorn. That really allowed him to go scorched earth and really establish a lot of pain for our nation. And it was in a really good place in his natal chart, and it was just so difficult for the United States in our chart, and he exploited all of it. And the problem is now that leverage is no longer there. I almost feel like he's trying to figure out, this is different than last time. How do we get that mojo going? And with all the outrage and this and that. And it's like everybody's woken up. We can see. Now that we have Pluto in Aquarius, there's a different focus for all of us to be transformed and empowered. And so this time, I can't even describe to you how special this time is. Let's go back in history. So 1776, we declare our independence, and Pluto was at 27 degrees Capricorn when we declared our independence. Leading up to this point, the colonists were sick of a king who didn't listen, who wasn't supporting them or defending. Cancer is the sign of home. It defends home. So it's like all this buildup we also have been experiencing from like 2008 to 2022, because 2022 was USA Pluto return. It returned to the place it was in our chart. So all that stuff that has been so difficult that we feel like we've lost, and like the Republican Party keeps winning and the plutocrats keep winning, that was the same type of energy. I read a thing, oh gosh, I wish I saved it. It said that when we declared independence, it was because we should not be, people should not be deported to the colonies across the world without due process, without a hearing, and all the things right now that are so difficult. That's what they were rebelling against then. Pluto in Aquarius, the sign of rebellion. It is rebellious, but it is also the visionary. It is the humanitarian. So when we look to, since 2022 was our Pluto return, of course, right now it's 2025. this is likened to 1776, we declare our independence, and now we are in 1779. We are in the middle of the Revolutionary War. But the things that have changed, especially because Pluto also went into Aquarius at that time. Aquarius is also the sign of friends and wishes and your hopes and dreams. Pluto goes into Aquarius, and around this time, 1779, Spain recognizes the United States, and it's an independent nation and goes, I don't know who they fought, where they fought, but they help us out. The first country was France, and that was Benjamin Franklin going abroad, pleading the case, and they were like, yeah, we'll help you out. That's why France is our oldest friend. So you can see the parallels then to now. And it is in our history to fight for our freedom and have it. It is in our history to extricate ourselves from a king and have a vision, an idea of who we want our nation to be. This is coming back home to roost. We have the planets on our side, and that is our cosmic DNA. It was then, and it's our destiny now. I have no doubt we will save ourselves, unless Don Julio keels over first. Is that looking good for you guys? Not at all. Okay. And so Pluto in Aquarius now is that humanitarian sign. It is in the worst possible place in Don Julio's chart because it's in the 6th house, bad fortune. It's also has to do with your military, of being of true, utter service. For Putz, Pluto in Aquarius is destroying his military as well. What was I going to say? So it's not only in Aquarius, it's in Don Julio's area of bad fortune and bad health. You guys, he is doing so bad. And it's also extra bad for him because, get this, on his birthday, his solar return, the moon was 4 degrees Capricorn. Now we have Cancer, which is opposing that. He thrived in 2020 with all the transits in Capricorn. It's not helping him right now because in Cancer, now Jupiter's there blowing things up, really expanding things. And Jupiter can expand things for better or for worse. But for him, he's got the Mercury there. He's got his Venus. Mercury, how he talks, his negotiations, his agreements, the whole digital aspect of his campaign and propaganda. Then Venus having to do with his values and substance and, looting the government and doesn't give a rat's arse about we the people. And he has Saturn there. Oh my gosh. He has his natal Saturn there. Here goes my throat, you guys. I'm hovering over something. I hope I don't have to get cough drops. My allergies have been really bad too. This postnasal drip resurfaced. So for this year, Don Julio's solar return moon, that's the physical body, your emotions. In his chart now, this is intercepted. He's stuck with it in his 5th house of creativity. Ruled by Saturn, it's suppressed, it's isolating, and it's cold. And in his chart, his Saturn, that usually helps him so much in putting up obstacles against other people and putting up obstacles and not getting busted for taking people's money or how he treats people. It can't function this way because Saturn, his solar return moon, is ruled by Saturn, and it is opposing that moon for the year. So this is extra draining. Saturn drains your energies. It tempers things, it blocks things, it cuts things off and separates them. And so I'm just grabbing these cards because I want to see what's going on with his health. And you know what? I do have to get a cough drop. Okay, here we go. Karen, orange baby man he looks so bad. It's like I can feel how this Capricorn moon is just like stretching him apart, dissolving. Karen Louise and Big Balls, quick. We have to, okay, that is the other thing I have to talk about before we get into our new moon wishes, because something else really big and huge and substantial happened. I wanted to get a video out for you guys, but I just couldn't about that. Website keeps crashing. What website? Yeah. Julia, you looked at the progress chart in September, don't know how he makes it past the full blood moon eclipse. I know, because the eclipses in March were so debilitating for him. It put him in this giant grand cross. It's like he's in the crosshairs. He's like up on a target, and he cannot move, and it has drained so much life out of him. So that's what I wanted to do here with these cards. I want to know what his progressed moon in Capricorn affecting his health. Oh, you guys, this came up. Oh my gosh. I wish I had his. Oh man. Moon void, of course. This card I always get for like a planned hidden attack comes out of the blue. So for Don Julio, things are coming along, and then all of a sudden, pow, something strikes. This is, his moon, solar return moon in Capricorn. The 5th house of creativity. It's also the president of the United States, the office, and all his shenanigans. Affects his health. 4th, 5th. It affects the very foundation of his health. This is, so if you're going to be president, the 4th house represents your launch into the presidency, where you came from. And it's like being in office, Shazam, it's like it knocks over that 4th house, the roots. Because Saturn separates, it severs. So it's like his health, something happens in the office, it's like that just separates him from his very foundation. You know what? Let's get some cards. Okay, Tarot. I'd like a little bit more of specifics on, and I don't do health readings, you guys, so this is a part that I just kind of struggled a little bit more with. This moon void, of course, out of the blue, something hits him, his solar return moon, ruled by Saturn. This hits him. What can we all see about this? It separates him, this moon, something happens, separates him from his foundation with his health. That's the foundation. Separated from. What can we all see in the skies? Got some reversals on that. There's that 4 of Pentacles again. I think I talked about this in like my last little video I did. This is so him. This is him trying to crush the opponent, be
king of the hill. I own everything. I've got everything. And if you disagree with me, I am going to stomp on you and squish you and give me all your money because you're lucky to have me. This card, when people are assaulted by others, I see this, you know, like your assaulter won't let up. They don't understand, no. Just hanging on, hanging on. Oh. So he's hanging on for dear life, and then pow, the 10 of Swords. I said this was related to his health. This is circulatory system, air. What? The Knight of Wands. I feel like that's somebody helping him. The King of Swords. That feels like a surgeon, you guys. That feels like people at a hospital are like even committing him. What? Okay, so this is his solar return moon. It started on June 14th. In the office, there you go. He's the King of Pentacles. He has it all. He has everything. The foundation, though, oh boy, it's incoming. You guys, this is something coming in fast. And it's just like he just suddenly, it's like losing your balance. Just, he's down. It's crowning him for everyone to see. The High Priestess. It's that health secret they've been keeping under wraps. It is out. Whether it's the mini strokes, the heart attacks, or whatever's going on with his heart, everything that they're doing, they can't hide it anymore. So this out of the blue happens. It strikes his foundation, becoming the president. Oh boy. 4 Swords health. He's flat on his back. Did I not just say that he's fell over? Pushed over. Oh my gosh. At the foundation of this, oh my gosh, the Ace of Cups. That's supposed to be happy in love. I've got this office. This is not getting not finishing, not going so well, but he's out of commission. What's crowning him? Oh my gosh. The Hanged Man is stuck, but it's like someone has to take him down. He can't get out of this. I'm just seeing taken down and removed. And I'm just seeing him in a stretcher. What do you guys think? Hi, Nancy. Late to the party. Deb, like when Dada was going out from his tower. Yes. Hi, Electra. It's okay. Not so under wraps. His health is obviously bad. I know. It's so bad. But they just try to pretend like nothing's happening. Oh, Peas, what did I miss? We were just talking about Don Holio's solar return moon on June 14th and just how utterly bad it is and a bad position for him. And like I said, this Pluto in Aquarius is in his house of bad luck, bad fortune, and bad health. It's so destructive. And this is what's going to happen out of the blue someday. I'm sorry you're coughing. Okay. So I wanted to just talk about that. Things are bad. We talked about, we're going to talk about this new moon some more, but I must share with you guys the bonkers third quarter moon thing that blew up that I was just kind of waiting around for. Okay. Okay. So the third quarter moon was last week. I don't know if it was Saturday. It was last week. And it was in Gemini and Pisces. the Pisces part, I was like, there's something hidden we don't know that's going to activate. And then after everything that happened over the weekend, I think like Monday, Tuesday, I was like, what is Putz gonna do? You know, put in, because he, as I've been observing him, is notorious for third quarter moon crap. He is notorious for when we're in a balsamic moon, the moon that is just the last waning days before the new moon. He always does something. It's big and it's a gut punch. So here I am waiting for that. What is he going to do? And then we had that horrible ruling with SCOTUS. You can keep deporting, no due process. The SCOTUS 6. And then we have Big Balls resign on his own. It's not like he got a job offer. Resigning on his own. In the meantime, I am throwing so many teroscopes based on everything, especially those last two charts. I think I talked about in the last video I did, last video. Because we found out before the bombings began, Rubio was seen leaving the White House at 5:25 p.m. Vance is where all the secrets are. He left at 5:45 p.m. and I threw the chart, and on the ascendant was the signature of Russia. Whenever Russia does something related to Don Julio. I'm just putting this here so I can see. So that in itself gave me a big clue as to what's going on. Yod, destiny. This is like someone's behavior. Putz taking action. It's planned. It's precise. What does he do? 8th house endings. Ending something. Okay, let's move ahead a little bit. This is the Supreme Court with their decision. The lunar eclipse against the people. We're not even going to have due process. And then this is Big Balls. Taurus, there's a ton of evidence that's going on with him, you guys. This is Vance, the United States of America. Okay, so let's see if I can tell this in a way that I can tell you quickly and make sense. So I'm expecting after the bombing of Iran for something big to happen. And it was the SCOTUS 6 decision that came out. They didn't give any reason to that. It just said he can keep going. I'm like, wait a minute, no. And in the interim, I'm looking at Vance and Rubio and all the stuff that's coming up because of this thing in Iran. The reason why he went to California last week was because there was a payment. There was something, I don't know if it was crypto. He had to get something. And it was represented by Jupiter abundance. There was abundance probably of money, bribe, whatever, that he was going to get representing the United States. And he came back, Jupiter return, he came back with that, and it showed up here with SCOTUS 6 as bribes. And so then I'm like, had to throw teroscopes on him, his influence on the SCOTUS decision. And when that happened, all these cards, they were like mirrors of one another. And it's absolutely clear to me it was his influence. Vance went to go take care of the payment, bring it home, and Jupiter return, expecting something in return, and that came up with Mercury and the decision. Okay? And then, because Vance is like, there's so much data and information going back and forth with Rubio. with the entire administration. They have been set up to be sharing information, military secrets, defense stuff with the Russia for so long. It's a well-established pattern. But then this guy resigns. And as it showed up for me, it is because he is in deep shite with Doge. It reflects all of the data, everything that I said, things going back and forth, that was able to be tracked through Vance and Rubio, indisputable information. It's just like this ongoing, negotiation that they have, a cooperation that they have. But this guy, it was so much deeper. It showed that he's cooperating with some sort of entity. I don't know what entity it is, but it is related to whomever's in charge of, what was happening before they got into the system. But then you remember NLRB, Doge accessed all the systems, and then the Russia, they made new passwords, and then the Russia was trying to log in from a IP address in Russia. That, it's like they got the receipts on that. I think is what pushed this whole thing forward. So who is he cooperating with? Oh, Earth instability. There's a lot of instability in the air. He also, I decided this week because of what happened in Iran, I was looking at Jake Sullivan, his reaction to Iran, and what did it accelerate? Same with Millie. What did that accelerate? Because I just kept feeling this accelerating energy everywhere. What's accelerating? Venus. Because of what happened, it's like they accelerated whatever their plan has been to remove Don Julio. Because when this guy Vance went to California, his signifier was exactly that, related to why this guy had to resign, and it lined up with the 2024 election. There was so much stuff that lined up with the 2024 election. So this is for entertainment purposes only. I could be wrong, like really, really wrong, but this is the story that I was seeing, and this is the story that I'm telling. So all of this, in my humble opinion, is related, and Putz acted as expected with the timing, and he was feeling so much more bolder, and then Don Julio negating everything about Ukraine. It just, like, I'm just done with you guys. I'm sending everything to the Middle East. It was crazy. Okay, let me check in with you guys. I know Amanda Hexeth has like 3 Russian email addresses. I forgot that. Yeah, they have Russian. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I think Tulsi, because, okay, so remember Don Julio was like, I don't trust her intel. Let's look at that real quick. He's like, I don't trust her intel. I'm like, so whose intel do you trust? Because something happened. Show me Donald. Tulsi and her intel. I don't know if I shuffled those. Something happened. This is Donald regarding intel. Me first. Tulsi with intel. There you go. Mercury, communications. Donald, whose intel are you using? Since you won't use ours. 10th house world. You're using someone else's intel. It's overseas, Sagittarius, it's overseas. Yeah. Something happened. She got in trouble because of the video that she put out, and then he went and edited it to make it look like she supported what he was saying about Iran. But then he didn't invite her to the major intelligence meetings they were having, and then Rubio said, we don't need intelligence agencies, because they have their other intel that they're using. But it looked like to me she got caught. She didn't know she got caught. She wasn't trying to get caught. But whatever information she got, they knew it was planted, and like she got caught with something. Does that make sense? So, yeah, she's on the inner circle, but something really bad happened. Donald, what about her data? Her data is on the move. It is in motion. What happened, Tulsi, with that data on the move? This is why it came to an end. It went internationally. And so she got caught. The Queen of Swords, she's the Queen of Intel. She gets caught. What was it from overseas that busted her challenge? Russian strength. And the evidence against her. What's in the skies that they're all like, yeah, she did that. She did that. Oh, this is a card that, so I have no. Usually my no card was a cover up. You're not supposed to know who has the information. So no. Page of Swords. So there, it showed a spy was involved. She got good information or she got bad information, but they were able to catch her. And they're really furious about that. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, she got pushed out. And I think that's what happened to Keg Seth. They were like, nobody talks to him. It's like, oh yeah, because of Signalgate, maybe things are compromised through him. He's just a spokesperson now. Okay? So that's what I was saying. And it's just like the themes kept replicating with them over and over and over. Okay? Hawkspot. Okay. Now, we are going to write new moon wishes. We are in such a profoundly new space. I want to read this little passage to you because it really had me thinking. This is my summer reading. I love this book so far. It's called Remember Us. It's about the Americans who joined the Netherlands to fight on the Western Front against the Nazis, and they lost, but there is a grave there that has 8,200 soldiers, and there's about 2,000 personnel who were not soldiers, but who helped, with operations there and fighting them. And so it's at the time, it was the largest grave abroad that had U.S. soldiers. And so what happened is they're still there, and this town remembers them. I can't remember the name of the town. Something I absolutely cannot pronounce, starts with an M. But since then, they have always taken care of the grave. And there's a thing that they have where they adopt a grave. All the graves have been adopted by locals there. And it's their duty to always remember them and take care of the grave. And it's so consciously present in the Netherlands on how much they revere the United States. And, it's so sad because I didn't know about this. I mean, I knew about some stuff, but not that. So anyway, today I'm at the pool thinking about our new moon wishes that we have. We got like a blank slate. It's like we get to rewrite everything, like I was describing in the beginning, that there is so much creative power here. This is a quote by President Franklin Roosevelt. In the future days, which we seek to make secure, we look forward to a world founded upon 4 essential human freedoms. The first is freedom of speech and expression everywhere in the world. The second is freedom of every person to worship God in his own way everywhere in the world. The third, freedom from want everywhere in the world. The fourth is freedom from fear anywhere in the world. That is no vision of a distant millennium. It's a definitive basis for a kind of world attainable in our own time and generation. And as such, I would like to pick up from there to start writing our collective new moon wishes. Okay? What time is it? You know what? Let's take a 5-minute little break. We've been going for 45 minutes. Okie doke. Okay, how you guys doing? Yes, get your pens and paper. Whoops. Okay. So. Come here. Let this go in. Okay. Okay, so we have a new moon in Cancer. This one is particularly powerful. If we're going to go back 3 Jupiter cycles and an 18-year cycle, and we're kicking off a new 12-year cycle, and Pluto's in Aquarius. So this is the new moon is when the moon and sun join together. You cannot see the moon in the sky because the moon is right in front of the sun. And so that is the time where you make your intentions and wishes for the coming lunation. The ancients knew this. The farmers knew this. that at a new moon, this was the most beneficial time to plant your seeds so you would have the most abundant crops. And so when I talk about like those crisis quarter moons, well, if it starts in Cancer and then when the moon gets to Libra, it's a square. It creates tension and it's a conflict where something has to happen. And then when we get to our full moon, that's the reveal. You get to the third quarter moon, we're entering the new moon, okay? And so we are writing down our new moon wishes collectively. You guys can write it however you want. I just kind of write them the same way over and over with the words, I want this, I want that. Every sign, everybody has a different preference for it. But the reason why we do it is because writing, it is your most powerful point of focus. You're taking your thoughts as above, putting them to paper and just kind of staying there and grounding this information into the crust of the earth. As above, so below. And you know our feet conduct electricity. We conduct electricity from the earth. You know, it's we have all these electromagnetic paths of our planets, our sun and our moon, and those get activated, triggered at every lunation. That's why this works. So I wanted to, in directing us, I wanted to do something a little bit different, like taking from what Franklin Roosevelt wrote about freedom, the 4 essential freedoms. And then I wanted to also, I keep getting this idea of, if you think of the United States as a person, you think about her, what does she do? What does she look like? How does her day go about? Because I want to get into the focus of those pieces that are pure and easy to work with, instead of a conflict and a fight with not them, not that, not, you see the no's. I don't want to go forward with the no's and the fight. I want to go forward in a pure positive way. Does that make sense, you guys? But you guys, go ahead, write whatever you want in the chat. You guys always come up with really great ideas, and don't feel like you cannot not write the word no's or nots. It just means that for tonight, I think that is going to be a really good focus for us to have, okay? So let's just pick up where Franklin Roosevelt last left off, because it's just so important. And then we'll get into the nitty-gritty details, okay? So, hi, Joni. Karen, I want that poem. Karen, can you write, what is that called? I can't even think of what that poem is called. It has a special name. Can you write that down? And we can pick that up as well, because I love that as well, too. Okay, so I want a world founded. I want to live, because you got to bring it back to the personal. I want to live in a world founded upon 4 essential human freedoms. I want freedom of expression, to exist in abundance everywhere. I want truthful speech, and I want the world to ignore 100% lies and propaganda. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay. So, I want to live in a world founded upon 4 essential human freedoms. I want freedom of expression to exist in abundance everywhere. I want truthful speech, and I want the world to 100% ignore lies and propaganda. Okay, where'd that go? Oh, here it is. Oh, that feels powerful. Oh, my Margot's are here. I want everyone in my community and world to have 100% freedom to worship the God, or not God, in their own special sacred way. I want to live in a world where this expression is sacred and coexists with ideas everywhere, promoting the very best in humankind. Okay, so I want everyone in my community and the world to have 100% freedom to worship the God or not a God in their own free speech, in their own special sacred way. I want to live in a world where this expression is sacred and coexists easily with other ideas everywhere, promoting the very best of humankind. Okay. I want freedom from want. I want to live securely, knowing everyone is fed. Everyone has the best health care in the world. I want the greed to dissipate and to transform into a space of honor and service and making world better for all, and for people to pursue their heart's desire. In peace. Okay. So I want freedom from want. I want to live securely, knowing everyone is fed, nobody's hungry, everyone has the best health care in the world. I want the greed to dissipate and to transform into a space of honor and service and civility, and making the world a better place for all, and for people to pursue their heart's desire in peace, and peace for all. And freedom from fear. I want to live in a world that is free from fear, cruelty, obstruction, pitting people against one another. I want to live in a world based on mutual respect, trust in one's judgment for the self, and meaning mind my own business, and I want to live in a world with zero tolerance for hate and swift I don't want to say evacuation of those things. Okay, so I want to live in a world that is free from fear, cruelty, obstruction, pitting people against one another. I want to live in a world based on mutual respect, trust in one's judgment, and the rules, trusting people's judgment for themselves and to mind our own business. And I want to live in a world with zero tolerance for hate and all that crap, and swift evacuation of those things should it rear its ugly head. Okay. That is no vision of a distant millennium. It is a definitive basis for a kind of world attainable in our generation. And I want these freedoms attained worldwide in this current generation. You guys, so powerful. Hi, Cartomancy. Yeah, I want everyone to treat others how they would like to be treated and respected. Exactly, Caroline. I want to feel proud of my country's leadership and integrity. I like that. I want to be insanely proud of my nation and her leadership abroad and at home. Karen, this is very powerful, way more powerful than the GBU 57 30,000 pound bomb. Exactly. Way more powerful than the gaslight. Yeah. We're going to speak to what we want. It is in the present and now, yes. I want freedom from mental, emotional, psychological abuse. I want to enjoy the trials televised on a world stage that we can all enjoy. Murgoat sighting, yep. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Karen. Okay. I want to live in our nation and this truth with our friends everywhere. Give me You're tired. You're poor. Your masses. You're, huddled. Yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuge. The refuge of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest, toast to me. I lift my lamp. Because there's abundance for all. I want to live in our nation and this truth with our friends abroad everywhere to be. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuge, is it refuge or refuse, of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest, tossed to me. I lift my lamp because there's abundance for all. And Cancer, I think this might happen. Cancer, now that we have all these obstructions out of the way, it can work on the housing market, the homeless. What else was I going to say? Protection. Nurturance. Oh, I wanted to add farmers in here too. So a wish for this. I want the housing markets and resources to be so citizen friendly and affordable, and for safe communities everywhere. I want every person, child, pet, environment, farm to feel total water, to feel total protection and nurturance and expansive beyond our wildest dreams. Okay, I want the housing markets and resources to be so citizen friendly and affordable, and I want to have safe communities everywhere. I want every person, child, pet, environment, water, farm to feel total protection and nurturance, and for it to be so expansive and beyond our wildest dreams. I mean, can I have a little blood and retribution, though, as a treat? Okay, I want to feel good about some blood and retribution. Okay. So funny. Julia, for all here, this just happened. The president of the NRA just settled a lawsuit in full that accused him of interfering in at least 5 county election systems in Michigan. And what? Holy balls. Holy big balls, you guys. Wow, my gosh. I want all the election truth to come out. Speaking of big balls, I was sharing with you a synopsis of where I saw big balls and having to resign. A lot of it related to the 2024 election. But it also went back to election tabulators and truth. Like, this guy is so busted. Show me how big balls is busted. Oh, geez. Everything he did with Doge in DC, everything he did, with Musk before and Neuralink, everything he did. Isn't this guy the one that illegally was part of the dark web where they were selling personal information and exchanging credit card stuff? Isn't that? Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind you guys. Get me live. Okay. Tell me about him and tabulators. Solar eclipse. That's how they eclipsed the office of the President of the United States. And foreign interference. Attacking America. Oh. Okay, where's my cards? I need some cards. There. Oh. Okay. Man, my hands just suddenly got super itchy, like I've got to tell you something. Look at that tower. Where is it? Electra, I wish for big balls to go to prison. Okay, how about I wish for the freedom of him to freely speak in ways that freely has robust consequences for those declaring war in the United States. Okay, big balls. Oh my gosh. You guys, he's busted for so much. This goes back to the Russia. And I think they helped write the code for those algorithms. Okay, show me Russia. Okay, this is how the Russia came to big balls with information. So the fate of fortune would turn and eclipse the winner, not Donald, and be an attack on American democracy. Show me this dude and the tabulator algorithms. Tabulator. Oh, Starlink in the air. Algorithms and Starlink in the air. The Eight of Swords, nobody could see it. We were blinded to it. It was just so close, it was right there. But these are the algorithms nobody could see, except for this dude. So we have the tabulator. There's that Five of Cups. He's the middleman. He is taking information from abroad, disrupting our tabulators, knocking down these real votes, and letting this stand. The tabulator and the algorithm, the 9 of Pentacles, so that this could accumulate. It's like I hear coins like at the slot machines. Accumulate the oligarchs' security. And Starlink, the Page of Wands, had people on the ground communicating back and forth all this stuff around the world. And the attack on the United States, attack on the United States and how Don Julio aided in the attack and what's in the skies above, because he's totally at war with we the people. This is the attack on the United States. The Ace of Pentacles, a vote. 1 vote. The Star, the voter. The voter and the votes. The influencers. It's like this whole thing that had people working for one particular end. 7 of Pentacles. Oh, I just got P-boys on this. That they stockpiled ideas, people, to secure this for the oligarchs, because they want Don Julio to rise above. At the root of Don Julio's and people abroad, it's because he's toast. He lost. They all know he lost. They all know he was toast. They had to make him a star. What's crowning him and the scales of justice. There is a scales of justice working. I know the DOJ is under Bondi, but I keep seeing and feeling like there's some open cases. There are entities with authority that can get Big Balls to resign. And there was no comment from the White House on why he resigned. He's in so much trouble. And for this information to come out as we have a new moon in Cancer, redo, and this new moon in Cancer is the cosmic gift to the United States of America for her solar return on July 4th. This thing feeds her through the full moon. So if you're thinking about our nation and things that we want for her, come back to this because it works, okay? Leon has been really quiet. You're right. Felonia has been really quiet. I also was looking at his retribution because he's so... Let's look at his retribution. I threw teroscopes on his retribution against Don Julio because he is so angry. He is so angry that he still feels so entitled to the Oval Office and decisions, and he thinks he is responsible for his stock trading low. He might, and I was seeing some overlap on things, like maybe he's giving information to someone. I don't know. But let's look at Felonia's retribution. What's your plan, Felonia? Jupiter returned benefits. So he is expecting something in return. Jupiter abundance, he gave so much out there. He is expecting something in return. Sorry, Charlie. Like, I feel like he's like obsessed and wanting to take Don Julio down. And I just feel him working in the background with this. Show me Felonia. Wants retribution. He wants retribution. He wants to retribution and this, and he's got it aimed like pew 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 pew. He's so mad at Don Julio. Okay, just one more. Okay. And he's going to hit Don Julio like this, and he's going to hit Don Julio like this, and he's going to hit him like this. Ooh. And like this. And like this. Jeez. The Eight of Swords. I don't think I shuffled those. No, I did cut it. I did cut it. This came back. And if this is related to the prior reading, this is election interference, you guys. He's going to get back at him through the election. Pew! Tower and lightning. So this is Felonia. Death. Endings. I'm done with this shite. I am so pissed off. We've got retribution here. The United States of America did not support him. He got screwed by the United States, and my retribution is against the Republican Party too. These people, the people who helped turn over the United States, with election interference. This is what this is. So yes, what? The Republican Party, the Ace of Cups. What else? Okay. Yes, they're responsible for this relationship they had with all of the oligarchs and, the billionaires, all those. His safety and security was supposed to happen, but these guys, he's so pissed. He's so pissed. Okay, shut up. Get out of my head. So he wants to get him for this, the Knight of Wands. Is this like the FBI? Oh. This is like how he carried it out for Donald. I carried it out for you. You got your judgment that you wanted. We got the government going in that direction. Made you emperor. Holy crap. So this is what he is so mad about. And how he was judged himself. And what he did with the government and became an emperor. And he got jack shite. None for you. And he's going to hit Don Julio like this. The Fool. Oh, that's indictments, you guys. He's going to make him a fool. He's going to embarrass him when the time is right. He's going to get him like this. Mar-a-Lago, oligarchs, dynasties here and abroad. He's going to get him like this. The quid pro quos, the Knight of Pentacles. You do this for me. Oh boy. Donald, he's going to hit Donald like this. The spies, those people. Oh. Donald challenge with spies and people who affected our election. And the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands always was election interference for me as well. And how this whole thing was carried out. You guys, he is so mad. Yes, he does need to go back to his coffin. Okay, so more new moon wishes for the United States. Oh, I know. Oligarchs go back home. I want, you guys, this is so good. So this new moon, USA Venus is 3 Cancer. At 4 Cancer, we had the sun and moon for our new moon. And then at 5 Cancer is USA Jupiter. The law, our laws, our expansive big family, Venus, our values, money. This is like why our economy thrives so much. We've got Venus conjunct Jupiter, and I think it was in an eclipse or occultation when Benjamin Franklin drew the chart for the USA Declaration of Independence. So, we are here with leadership. Don Julio is trapped in here as well. The moon is going to move forward and carry we the people money and everything, blah, 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 going on and getting around with this. But Don Julio is sandwiched in between this. He can't exploit it. And this is also sextiling Mars at 4 Virgo. Awesome service. And it's creating a yod to Pluto in Aquarius. So it's like we can easily leverage, public service to go on offense and go after those plutocrats who are not doing nice Aquarian things. So, what do we want to say? What do we want to say? I want a world and economy free of oligarchs, billionaires, corrupt AF people. I want steady, strong leadership and justice to deliver optimum fair, just consequences for the pain on America and humanity. I want a nation that loves paying their fair share and corporate power eliminated, because we are not the United States of corporations. That's just a farce. So I want a world and an economy free of oligarchs, billionaires, corrupt AF people. I want steady, strong leadership and justice to deliver optimum, fair, just consequences for the pain on America and the world and humanity that's been inflicted. I want to radically release all of them in a snap for everyone. I want a nation that loves paying their fair share, takes care of their people, security and comfort, taking care of each other, and for fake corporate power eliminated. Send them back. This isn't part of who we are. Okay, what's going on? Karen Louise, as a Canadian, I can assure you we love you guys. It's just the leader of the regime that we loathe. I know. And you know what? I absolutely feel that throughout the world. Okay? It's him. It's not us. It's him, and our election was manipulated. Now, oh, and speaking of that NRA dude, wasn't he pleading with everyone to be armed in case you have to deal with tyranny? Where is he? Helping we the people. I want coherent, fair, total, 100% immigration reform that's simply applied everywhere. I want vigorous due process. I want any vigilante groups causing harm to any person on USA ground to be arrested and tried with due process and convicted. I want the best working laws and courts. Okay, I want a coherent, fair, total 100% immigration reform policy law that's simply applied everywhere. I want vigorous due process for all. I want any vigilante groups causing harm to any persons on USA ground to be arrested and tried with due process and convicted to the fullest extent possible. And I want the best working laws and courts to arise. I know, Electra, you just want all of them in jail. I totally agree with you. Okay. I want all the agencies causing harm and abuse and their leaders to be eliminated, and agencies totally reformed. I want ICE melted, gone, ASAP. Whatever Noam is doing with the custom, whatever she does, Homeland Security needs a makeover that is security focused, for all Americans. What else was I going to say? I want all deported to return home. I want all soldiers, spouses, immediately granted citizenship. Okay. Haha. Okay. Eliminated Regina like sucked into an airplane engine. That works. It's pretty efficient, right? We're all about efficiency. Oh, ICE and Doge. I want to recover all assets and money stolen by these crooks, agency leaders, assets seized, at home and abroad, because you know he's just writing checks and sending money elsewhere. Okay. There's that. Do you guys have anything else? What time is it? 9 o'clock. Okay, so let's take another one here. Oh God. I want SCOTUS totally reformed and all the justices aiding, abetting our enemies to be charged and arrested. I want SCOTUS term limits. I want Citizens United overturned. And I would like to say, I think Ro now can finally do her work, because Cancer, has to do with security, and being nurtured, but it also has to do with the mother-child relationship. I think we are going to see so much power coming forth with mothers and young families in defense of their children. I absolutely believe this, because it's been so hard being a mom and a woman, and they keep attacking us. We get that back, because Cancer also rules, the mammary glands. It rules the stomach. It's related to, mother and baby. I want we need to do this, all mothers protected, because there's a lot of moms who have to deal with Ro. I want all mothers protected and nurtured 100%, and decisions made to uplift their families. I want our nation to trust women. And I want all the men, partners who love their women able to stand strong and heard, loud and proud, and celebrated too. So you notice that the men, those guys are just as invisible as Hillary and Kamala voters, right? Okay, I want all mothers protected and nurtured 100%. And all the decisions that are made at the behest of the mother to uplift their families. And bring freedom. I want mothers and their families to feel free. I want our nation to trust women, and I want all the men and partners who love their women be able to stand strong and heard loud and proud and celebrated and listened to. Okay. Yeah, SCOTUS needs to be thrown out. COT ground to dust. Ugh! Yes. You know what? It's men. It's just Republican men that are in our business. Actually, Republican men and women. I want all radicalized men and women to butt out of women's health care and to fully fund their health. Ugh. I want freedom from radicalized Christian nationalists and for that hateful religion. Was it exiled or condemned, gone? Because we're like the Taliban West. They're all, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there. This radicalized crap needs to go. Who else? Who else? Who else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't know, you guys. I have nothing coming to mind right now. I think we've covered a ton of territory. I think that our freedoms, starting off with our freedoms, just encapsulated and just naturally spread over so many things that needed working and things that needs to be repaired. Okay? Oh my gosh, yes, BB needs to piss off. They all do. I want the transnational organized crime syndicate to vanish. I want them all arrested, jailed, like the cartels and everyone protecting cartels. Gone. For good. Oh, the propaganda is bad here in New York City. I believe it, especially when a dude like, what is his name, McGonagall, is that knee deep in the crap he's doing. You know it's bad. Okay, so that is it tonight, you guys. I think we're going to stop here and just keep on keeping on. We have put these wishes out to the universe. We have a really great, refreshing start for our nation, and you're going to see things falling into place. Like E. Jean Carroll, she won her 2 cases against the government because Don Julio wanted that overturned. Something else happened, but there are things that are moving towards our favor for women and families. Just watch. You'll see, okay? Okay, yes. Thank you. Yes. Good night. Good night, fellow forest dwellers. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Turn on porch lights to put more light out to the universe. You got it. Okay. Good night, you guys.